Hi, welcome back to my channel. So there's a few more people here than last time. The pressure's on. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for 10,000 subscribers. That doesn't feel right at all. But thank you so much. It's been kind of a crazy week. It's been delightful. I knew one day one of my YouTube videos would do well. Did not expect it to be this soon. What's the segue into? I just had a YouTube video blow up, so now I'm gonna do something that's extremely for just a niche section of my audience. This is the series where I'm playing through choices and trying to marry Prince Pete Davidson. If you haven't seen the other episodes, don't bother. They were made by some scrub who had less than 200 subscribers. I'm gonna tell you what happened right now, so don't even... you're fretting? Don't. Here's what you need to know. I am Dumbass, a waitress who used to live in New York until I had a chance run-in with Prince Pete Davidson of Cordonia, and now I have flown to Cordonia to try and win his hand in marriage. Pretty fun, right? I've been to a masquerade ball with him, I ran through a maze with him, I played croquet with him and his mom. Things are going well. He's got his motley crew of friends. I've got the other bachelorettes who I'm competing with or maybe trying to seduce. I don't know yet. Two things before we actually get into this. Number one, I don't know how I missed this, but in episode 2, this happened. From now on, everyone will be watching you. That sounds like reality TV. I'll be like a Kardashian. I don't like how excited she was about that. What's a Kardashian? That's a real line that came out of Pete Davidson's mouth. No. He knows what a Kardashian is. I was right. He does know what a Kardashian is. And now, we're about to go to a ski chalet. Have our little father-son House of Gucci moment, alright? Let's get back to some choices. Chapter 7. Fire and Ice. You find yourself in the Alps. You and Maxwell, along with Drake and Hannah, stand on a vista overlooking the Never a Kiss Chateau. Here we are. Welcome to Lithikos, land of ice, snow, and mountains. This is where Olivia lives? Some of the year, yeah. She's primarily at Lithikos Hall, which is further south, but she'll host us up here for the social season, so we can take advantage of the snowy festivities. And she can take advantage of the prince. She does have the edge here, but that's no reason to admit defeat. Yeah, Hannah. That's the spirit. What happened to your brother, Maxwell? I noticed that we're writing him out of this part of the story. Bertrand was called away for some business having to do with our estate. Yeah, there it is. Bertrand is gone. I already missed his protocol pop quizzes. If you really want, I can quiz you how best to stand behind a chair. Please don't. We're about to have such a nice time. I agree. It's beautiful out here, even if it is so very cold. Didn't you pack anything warmer? Not exactly. I didn't realize it'd be snowing quite this much in the Alps. But I'll survive. What say we check the inside of the chateau? Good idea. Dumbass, let's go. I can show you where your room is. Soon your party arrives at the Never a Kiss Chateau. You follow Maxwell into the lavish and grand estate and up to your bedroom. Come on, dumbass, put your stuff down so we can go. We've got an entire day in the snow planned out. Plus, I already see Olivia and Pete Davidson out there on the ice. Better put on something warm. The Snow Bunny outfit will keep you warm in the snow and unlock an exclusive story choice later in this chapter. Oh, but it's just enough gems that I can't afford it. Is this gonna be the first time that I spend money in this game? I even watched all the ads to try and get a few extra gems. Alright. You got me. You look great. I better. This outfit cost me real money. Back outside, Maxwell leads you towards the frozen lake, where you both don a pair of ice skates. You know how to ice skate, right? Yeah, ice skating. Bitch, I'm from New York. I know the basics. Try to stay upright and don't fall. On the ice, several guests are already skating around in pairs, including Prince Pete Davidson and Olivia at the center of the lake. Remember to keep your eye on the prize. Now go out there and grab some time with the prince while I distract Olivia. Maxwell waves at Olivia from where he stands. Olivia, you gotta see me do a spin. Don't move. Turning back to you, Maxwell winks and hip checks you, sending you sailing across the ice. Go get him, princess. Feels good to finally be called my rightful title. Whoa! I should catch myself. Lady Dumbass. A pleasure to see you as always. You're a vision of grace on those skates. Well, thank you. I take it you've come to skate with me today? That was my hope. Then please, Accompany me. Pete Davidson offers you his hand. I should. Oh, a little cold shoulder. No, I'll take his hand. You take Pete Davidson's hand. Oh, we're going waffle, not pancake. All right. You look very lovely today and warm. Yeah, definitely glad I put on this coat. Definitely glad I spent real American dollars on this jacket. I spent for real money on this, so I'm very glad that it looks good on me. Do you and the court come out here regularly? Not often. However, when we do, Olivia's always been very generous by having us at her estate. But actually, I used to come out here frequently when I was younger. Olivia and I would play in the snow together. You and Olivia, huh? No. Tell me more about that. Pete, I actually did not want to hear more about it. We'd build little snow forts on the bank and catapult snowballs at each other. The lake was too dangerous to play on since we were young, but sometimes we'd sneak onto the ice in hopes that we could see fish beneath the surface. We never did, but we had many exciting false finds. You two must have been close. Just ultimately passive-aggressive. We were. It's been hard watching her, well, become who she is. I know Olivia can be a tough person to get along with. Olivia had a difficult childhood. Okay, gotcha. Her parents were killed in a political assassination when she was only 5 years old. You know, that is a rough childhood. Okay, I'll cut her a little bit of slack. She was alone, without a family at her estate for the better part of a year before my parents and I officially visited. She was supposed to be in the care of her great aunt, but the woman had left to summer on the Riviera, abandoning her. Olivia didn't have anyone. She was so alone. Dumbass. Neither of these are good choices. Didn't she have her money? Wealth can solve a good deal of problems, but it couldn't give Olivia what she really needed.
Alive parents?
Love. The first few days of our visit, she was sullen and withdrawn. I thought she hated me. But one night I heard her sobbing through the wall. I actually believed it was a ghost at first, but once I got over my fear and decided to investigate, there she was. Little 5-year-old Olivia weeping and clutching one of her mother's gowns, saying over and over again, "Come back. Please come back." I can't hate this woman. I knelt beside her and held her until she cried herself to sleep. I knew we couldn't leave her there. I convinced my parents to invite her to live at the palace with us. For almost 2 months, she wouldn't leave my side. Just about drove Drake crazy, actually, but that Maxwell is a persistent one. Well, so are you. He can be high energy. Yes, I can tell. Olivia turns a sharp-toothed smile on you. So, dumbass, I bet you've never seen a countryside this spectacular. Aren't you impressed? Impressed? Yeah, it's impressive. Your home is truly lovely. The snow, the lake, the trees, it's absolutely breathtaking. Oh! Well, yes, it is. I'm glad even someone like you can appreciate the elegance and splendor of nature. Olivia wraps her arm around Pete Davidson's. Now, Prince Pete Davidson, I believe you owe me a round across the lake. Excuse me, dumbass, I do owe her. I will see you later. Olivia and Pete Davidson skate off together. Olivia releases Pete Davidson's arm, snaking her hand into his. Looking around, you see other nobles trying to skate and catch Kiara sliding across the lake on her stomach. Oof! I don't think I can balance on these. This ice hasn't even been resurfaced. My skates are too expensive for this. Oh my goodness. Hannah glides across the ice. Skating backwards, she circles around you. Looks like Olivia stole Pete Davidson from you. Olivia? It's fine. Her parents got killed when she was 5. It's okay. Pete Davidson says obligations. I don't take it personally. Hannah twirls gracefully before coming to a full stop beside you. Where'd you learn how to skate like that? It couldn't have been with the other ladies. Ow, mon postilier. Ice skating is one of the things my parents sent me to lessons for. It's an unusual choice. I had soccer and basketball practice. It's a skill I learned to appeal to suitors. I was told a display of elegance can go a long way. This was part of your training? That's so cool. Any other neat tricks? Maybe. I like to keep a surprise or two. Olivia returns with Pete Davidson. Alright, everyone. It's time to hit the slopes. Dieu merci. Skiing must be easier than this, right? Finally, a use for that professional ski equipment I bought 3 years ago. I don't remember who Tariq is, or why he's here. He's not part of the regular boy posse. One ski lift later, you and the rest of the group crest the top of the slope. Drake skis up beside you. So, Peckerwood, you finally made it to the slopes. What's wrong, Drake? Were you starting to miss me? Hardly. I was just getting bored. You didn't go skating? Figure skating isn't really my thing. Really? I think you look good in a tutu. Some mental images aren't worth the effort. I suppose skiing is manly enough for you? I'd hardly call what's going on here skiing, but I'm looking to change that. How about a race? What makes you think I can ski? Maybe I'm starting to have faith in you, Peckerwood. Drake, the feeling is not mutual. Good. You shouldn't have faith in anyone out here, and certainly not me. Anyways, I'm going to start skiing down the slope in a minute, and if I get to the bottom before you, well, let's just say I'm calling that a win, and I might never let you hear the end of it. Ready, set, don't wipe out! Drake takes off down the hill. You chase after him! Well, that's a bad idea. The wind whips against your face as you pick up speed. Drake maintains his pace ahead of you. Off to the side, you see Olivia and Pete Davidson gently skiing and talking together. Oh, Pete Davidson, you're so hilarious. I should, spray I'm gonna show off. Cowabunga! You ski over a mogul and catch air, soaring elegantly by them. You grin as you land and pick up speed. Further down the slope, you see a large fallen branch. Drake swerves to go around it. Watch yourself, Peckerwood. What should I do? Swerve around it. You lean to the side, quickly redirecting yourself around the branch. That was close. Nearing the bottom of the slope, you manage to catch up to Drake and finish neck and neck with him. Not bad, Peckerwood. We'll call that a draw. Wow. You just don't want to admit that you lost. I'm being generous. I had at least a nose or two on you. This trip hasn't been half bad so far. Shame that tomorrow it's back to waltzing and bowing and all that. At least I can ski better than I can waltz, which is barely at all. I don't know, I did a fucking sick air trick. So I can ski at least a little bit, which means I can probably waltz at least a little bit too. Wait, you can't waltz? I thought you danced with Pete Davidson. Yeah, but he did a lot of the work. He took me in his strong arms and he glided me across the dance floor. Why? Is it important? Oh, Peckerwood, what will you do without me? There's a ball tomorrow. All the ladies are expected to dance the Cordonian waltz in front of everyone. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna look stupid in front of everyone, aren't I? Hey, on the bright side, it'll probably be hilarious to watch. Drake, if you're going through the trouble of warning me about the waltz, then you should at least tell me how to do it. Sadly, I can't help you here. I don't know the steps. You should ask Hannah. If anyone knows everything forwards and backwards, it's that one. You and Drake glide over to where the rest of the group is meeting after their ski runs. It's time to head over to my spectacular lodge to warm up. Thanks for the race. I actually had fun. Maybe you're not so bad as you seem, Drake. You're going soft on me, Peckerwood. Drake, I've been soft this whole time. Don't you worry. Your feet crunch in the snow with each step as you and Drake follow the crowd towards the chateau. Back at the lodge, you sit with Drake, Hannah, and Maxwell by the fire as you sip a mug of steaming hot chocolate. Well, hello, my dear guests. I hope you're enjoying my spectacular hosting. I always enjoy my free time here with you, Olivia. It's something. Olivia narrows her eyes at Drake, her smile thin. Did you see the wavy eclairs, Drake? They always remind me of that dear, darling little Savannah. She'd gobble them down like a sow at the trough. Don't talk about my sister. Why ever not? She was such a fixture at court and then she just up and disappeared. You never told us what happened and usually gossip is quick to spread. She left because of people like you. She always was the sensitive sort. Oh, ladies like that don't last long around here. You know what? I just remembered I've got somewhere I gotta be. If you'll excuse me, Drake bows curtly to you, Hannah, and Olivia, then turns and strides off. Wait, Drake dear, come back. I wasn't finished with you. Are they gonna have the Sharpay Evans and Zeke, that's his name. Are they going to have the Sharpay and Zeke arc? Where like they kind of bully each other at first and then they realize they're into each other? Oh, I guess that Zeke was a little more into Sharpay from the jump. So maybe it's reverse where she's a little bit more into Drake and then Drake comes around and decides that he's into her too. Olivia, leave Drake alone before I slap that smile off your face. Drake's being too sensitive. Tell me about Drake's sister. I think that's the most neutral one. There's not much to tell. She thought she could fit in with the nobility, and she was wrong. I guess she figured that out faster than some and took her leave. Though by all accounts it was rather sudden. Overnight she'd packed up her things and disappeared without a word. Now, as charming as this has been, I've got to get back to Prince Pete Davidson. I promised him a private tour of the Lithicos castle. With a wing, she flounces out of the room and you look from Hannah to Maxwell. I can't believe the things Olivia says. Yeah, Maxwell, do you have any idea what happened to Drake's sister? Not really. It's like Olivia said. Savannah used to hang out with us, but then one day she left. I'm not sure why. The last time I saw her, she was her usual friendly self. Anyway, Drake clearly didn't want to talk about it, so I don't pry. Well, I hope he's alright. I saw him go outside, but it's not a good idea to be out there right now. I heard there's a storm brewing tonight. What can he be thinking? As you look outside, you see the sky darken and take an ominous tone. Oh, is it going to darken? Is it going to darken? Yes! Wah! Got the chills. What? God, that's ominous. There's only one way to find out. You mean you're thinking about following him? What should I do? They're really pushing. They're really saying, oh, dumbass, go flirt with Drake. And I don't wanna. I'm gonna turn in for the night. You weren't curious about Drake. You know what? Forget Drake. I'm not going out there in this weather. Yeah, it's getting late anyway. I'm off to bed, ladies. I suppose we better get to sleep too. The Cordonian Waltz is tomorrow after all, and we'll need a good night's rest to pull it off successfully. Wait! I don't think any amount of success is gonna improve my chances. What do you mean? I don't know it. As Drake reminded me earlier, I don't know the waltz. Oh dear, it's rather late, but I suppose if you wanted to, I could show you. Ugh! This is how they get me. This is how they milk me. I'm not gonna... Hannah, I couldn't ask you to do that. We should get some rest. I got the dang snow bunny outfit, alright? That's all the gems you're getting out of me today, choices. Good luck tomorrow, dumbass. Thanks. What will happen at Olivia's ball? Find out in the next chapter. So I bought the outfit and I didn't even get to do any of the extras with it. Alright. Fuck you, choices. Maybe the snow bunny thing was to help me follow Drake outside, but I didn't want to flirt with Drake. I just want to talk to Pete. Maybe I'm too one-track mind on this one. Maybe I gotta diversify. Chapter 8, A Waltz to Remember. Arriving at the Chateau's ballroom, you spot Maxwell across the room. Ladies, it's a pleasure to see you both tonight. That's unusually formally of you. What gives? Tonight I'm representing the Duchy of Ramsford at this important social event. That sounds like something Bertrand would say. He's been calling me all night to remind me. You've got to be on your best behavior or else Bertrand will get on your case? Pretty much. Ooh, Hannah hired a full orchestra to play tonight. I've heard you're quite the musician yourself, Hannah. What can't she do? She's truly a Renaissance woman. Oh, no, I'm not. Really? I feel I remember hearing you were a virtuoso pianist. I still play from time to time, but only for fun. I actually found a piano in the parlor here. I was considering sneaking over there to play tonight. You're welcome to join me, dumbass. But for now, we should be getting to our seats. You glance around the room, noting the fancy name cards at each place setting. Where are we sitting? About that, turns out I'm sitting at the head table with Olivia and the prince, but you two are at the furthest table back. I guess Olivia put together the seating plan. Well, the company will be much better at our table. No offense, Maxwell. None taken. Hell, I'd join you guys if I could. Or I should say, Olivia has greatly honored me. Don't worry, we won't tell Bertrand. Sorry to leave you guys, but don't worry about us, Maxwell. Thomas and I will make the best of it. As Maxwell goes to the head table, you and Hannah find your way to the back and spot a familiar face. Welcome to the Table of Exiles. Stop trying to make me flirt with Drake. I'm not interested. I've heard his songs. They're fun. But I don't want a relationship with that man. Drake? Now I know this is the worst table in the room. We're all just pawns lined up in the board of Olivia's little game. Are you telling me you actually know how to play chess? I did grow up at the palace. You should ask Prince Pete Davidson sometime about who always won our matches. Drake, you don't seem bothered at all to be seated at the back. What can I say? After years of getting treated like this, you build up a thick skin. Besides, back here, out of the spotlight, at least we can relax. You watch swarms of servers carry dish after dish of delicious food to the other tables. The food looks amazing. I hope they serve us soon. I'm starving. I want to get your hopes up. Where we're seated will be the last to eat, if there's even any left by the time they get to us. But the lobster bisque. Do you really think we'll go hungry? Not if I can help it. This can't be too different from hailing a New York taxi. Scanning the room, you target a server who's walking towards you. Hey! Okay, if this is just like hailing a taxi, and I'm a born and bred New Yorker, I'm not gonna go. Hey! Excuse me? No. Hey, do you know who I am? That's pretty New York. Hey, please, I'm about to faint. I need some food. That's real New York because it's just a little trick. It's not malicious or anything like that. Just a little trick to get what you need. You stand up, your hand reaching out to the server. I haven't eaten all day. You flutter your eyes and fall forward. Hey! Drake springs up and barely catches you before you hit the... Damn! I fucking committed to the bit. Please, food. Bewildered, the server quickly puts out a plate for you before rushing off. I can't believe that actually worked, Peckerwood. Just warn me before you take a dive. Next time I might not catch you. I successfully obtained food. Oh, Drake, you know I like to keep you on your toes. Well, let's examine our riches. 1 piping hot bowl of lobster bisque to split 3 ways. Let's dig in. This is actually really good. I'm in lobster heaven. Solid work, Peckerwood. Yes, thank you, dumbass. We'd be lost without you. Aw, thanks, guys. I'm sure the rest of the food will show up soon anyway. The rest of the food did not show up soon anyway. 30 minutes later, the server brings you 2 more bowls of lobster bisque to your table. There's no lobster in my bowl. It's just bisque. This is the saddest soup I ever seen. I'm not usually one to complain about free food, but this is ice cold compared to what we had earlier, which means Olivia did this on purpose. At least we got to have a taste of the real meal, thanks to Dumbass's quick thinking. And we know that Olivia's intentionally screwing with us. Just then, the musicians begin to play. Hello, dear guests, and welcome to the Never a Kiss family's chateau. It means so much to me that you would join me in this place that's so dear to my heart. I hope you enjoy the festivities tonight as much as I will. Now everyone, please join me up front to begin the Cordonian Waltz. But we haven't finished eating. I don't think she cares. Well, let's do this. Drake hangs back, looking uncomfortable. Aren't you joining us, Drake? Waltzing isn't my thing. I'll be here with the food. Leaving Drake at the table, you, Maxwell, and Hannah head over to the dance floor and see the prince asking Olivia to dance. Olivia, may I have this dance? Of course. Anything for you, Prince Pete Davidson. Olivia curtsies as the prince sweeps her into his arms. It would be unspeakably rude for Prince Pete Davidson not to dance this waltz with the hostess. I guess that's what happens when you have the home court advantage. That doesn't mean you won't dance, though. In fact, Lady Dumbass, may I have the honor of this waltz? Maxwell, let's do this. Dance, dance, dance. Would Bertrand approve of that? Lady Dumbass, let us dance, dance, dance. I came because that's my plans. Shall we? You take Maxwell's hand, and together you become part of the loose circle forming on the dance floor. Maxwell puts one arm on your waist and raises your hand in the classic ballroom pose. Oh god, wait a second. Do you even know the Cordonian Waltz? No. A little training would have been nice. But you're gonna help me. I know I was forgetting something. I know Bertrand would have never neglected to mention it. If he were here, I'd be stuck dancing with him, and we'd be having much less fun. True, but the waltz, you can teach me! We'll get through it together, right? Right! As the music picks up, the couples begin the waltz. Maxwell steps forward. When Maxwell moves forward, I should move backward. You move backward. Maxwell guides you into a pretty glide down the length of the room. Very nice, dumbass. I try. Just ahead, you see Olivia grasp the prince's hand and glide into an elegant spin. Hope you're ready for this. He grasps your hand and starts spinning you around. When Maxwell skins me, I should relax. Come on. Maxwell swings you around in time to the waltz, and you laugh. Now, here we go. Last move. He twirls you around so you're facing out. You're back to him, and he draws you close. You feel his arms around you. Maxwell, there is someone who I'd rather be dancing with right now. This is a little scandalous for the ballroom. The Cordonian Waltz is a romantic dance. In the old days, it used to be that this waltz was the only way couples could flirt. What, are you gonna go to jail for flirting with someone in Cordonia? I can see why. It's very intimate. You sway together for several beats before Maxwell lets go of your hands, gently pushing you forward. Time to switch partners. You did well on the Cordonian Waltz. I'm a star. Alright? You'll go through the same steps, just do what you did with me and you'll be great. You glide forward, and on the next strain of the waltz, you're in Pete Davidson's arms. Why, hello there. Fancy running into you. You mean on the dance floor of a private ball during a choreographed waltz? Well, when you put it that way, it seems inevitable I'd run into you, but to be fair, I haven't seen a lot of you lately. True. I've been a little preoccupied. Olivia is the hostess, and I'd be remiss in my duties if I didn't spend time with all the women here. Pete Davidson, why can't you play favorites and stick to me? Trust me, I've been tempted, but no matter how I feel, I'm not just marrying for myself. I owe it to the people to consider every possibility and choose what's best. As he leads you into the twirl and holds you against him, he lowers his ear to your mouth. But dumbass, you should know, you are special to me. You think I didn't know that? He spins you out of the move in time to the music, and you hold his gaze until Olivia glides into your field of vision. Ahem, Lady Dumbass, I believe he's my partner now. You reluctantly let go of the prince's hand, dancing back to Maxwell. Watching you two together, I can tell that Pete Davidson cares about you a lot. Yeah, but our relationship is so strange. It's not like he can just sweep me off my feet and carry me out of here. When you're royalty, the rules are different. I know that. And yeah, you trail off when you see Maxwell's surprised expression. You turn just in time to see Olivia lean in close to Pete Davidson and kiss him deeply on the dance floor. I should gasp. You and several other people on the dance floor gasp in surprise. Oh, mon dieu! You watch stunned as Olivia wraps her arms around the prince. After way too long a moment, the prince gently pulls away. Pete Davidson, Olivia, let's talk. Perhaps outside? That scoundrel! You watch them walk away as Maxwell leads you to the sidelines where the other ladies are gossiping over Olivia's move. Well, that was a bold play. Little Olivia is growing up, How sweet. Aren't you upset by that? Ostentatious displays are for those who are either unrefined or insecure. I am neither. We always knew that she and the prince were close. It was a power move, if you ask me. Right. Excuse us one moment. Maxwell leads you away from the other ladies. We have a chance to play a little politics here. Is it the kind of politics where I get strategic and try to gain an advantage? Exactly. Look at Kiara. She's clearly upset at Olivia's display, and she's alone by the appetizers right now. This is what you call an opportunity. You should get on her good side. If you can drive a wedge between her and Olivia, it might weaken Olivia's position, and if Kiara has good things to say about you, it'll help your reputation at court. All right. I'll give it a shot. Excuse me, Lady Kiara. Oh! Lady Damas. Comment ça va? Lady Kiara, voulez-vous... I know the song. I don't know what that actually means, though. Ça va bien. Et tu? Magnifique. What can I do for you? Let's discuss Olivia. What did you think of her little display? I can't believe her. She wouldn't have the guts to do that anywhere else. She's gone mad with power here. I think Olivia went to... Yeah. I think Olivia clearly has the upper hand. She's the greatest threat here. It'll take more than one of us to beat her. Interesting. We need to stick together, otherwise we don't stand a fighting chance with Olivia. Are you proposing an alliance? Yes. You should be my ally, because I'll support you too. Olivia's friendship is a one-way street. Why should you always let her get her way? You make a fair point. Damn right I do. We all need someone to speak well of us. We can help each other out. It's not a bad idea. A quid pro quo, I suppose. We'll need to have each other's backs if we're gonna take down Olivia. You know, we could both benefit from a little well-placed support here and there. Exactly. I'm glad we see it the same. And now, if you'll excuse me, I should mingle with what time I have left. Abento. As the night wears on, you mingle with other guests and dance more. At the end of the evening, as you're on your way out of the ballroom, you feel a gentle tap on your shoulder. It's probably going to be Drake. Hello, Lady Dumbass. Pete Davidson, you kissed Olivia! It was an unexpected advance. She caught me by surprise. You should have thrown her off you. I thought it would be better to handle it quietly and cause less of a scandal. I didn't want to embarrass her. I guess that's a good point. I know we haven't seen much of each other this trip. Bitch, you're telling me! It's been a hectic few days. A strange few days. I spent all these events rushing from person to person, trying to say the right things and keep all the nobles happy, but at night I find myself lying awake for hours in the Grand Suite, unable to sleep. The Grand Suite? That sounds fancy. Oh, it's the best room. It's upstairs at the end of the quiet East Wing. It comes with everything, even a hot tub under the stars overlooking the mountains. Sounds romantic. It would be with the right person. Unfortunately, I've got no one to share it with. See, I can't even blame him. Because I've been this oblivious before. Maybe I can help you with that. Oh! Are you sure you can manage it? I'm not making any promises yet, because I've got to spend more gems to spend the night. Prince Pete Davidson, if I might interrupt. Of course. I know we haven't spoken all day, Lady Penelope. Lady Dumbass, good night. Pete Davidson winks at you as he kisses your hand and then turns to Penelope. Alright. You're making your way through the chateau's foyer when something catches your attention. Upstairs, you see a light flicker on in the east hallway that leads to Pete Davidson's room. A nighttime visit with Pete Davidson sounds nice. You hear music coming from the parlor. It sounds like Hannah's playing the piano. Near the kitchen, you see a staircase spiraling down. Drake said he'd be in the wine cellar if I wanted to meet him for a drink. What do you do? I head to bed. Pete Davidson, Hannah, Drake. I'm going to Pete Davidson's room, damn it! You stealthily move through the foyer, carefully testing the stairs for creaks before taking a step. Suddenly you hear someone descending the flight of stairs above you. I should hide, because this could be more intrigue. You hop the railing and hide under the stairs. Hello? Is someone there? The wooden floor above you creaks with each wandering step. I'm just going to go over here. Please don't murder me. You quietly make your way up the stairs into Pete Davidson's room. You tap on the door. Welcome. I take it nobody saw you? I was stealthier than a cat on the prowl. Because I am on the prowl tonight, Pete. I want to show you something. You take his hand and he leads you onto a patio outside. Wow, this view. I love that the game will just like show static images and be like, aren't you impressed? I guess a little. It looks nice. Beautiful, isn't it? Now you see why I wanted to share it with someone. Did you light these candles for us? Oh! Well, yes, I wanted this to be magical. Was it? Do you like it? Oh, I think I'm going to show you how much I like it. But I feel like with this game, it's just going to be like, you give him a nice little kiss on the cheek. I'm going to show you how much I like it. Standing on your toes, you lean into Pete Davidson and pull him into a deep kiss. Does that answer your question? Yes, ma'am. All right. Dumbass, I have never really had someone that I wanted to please so badly. I feel like I'd do anything to see you smile and know that I was the cause. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get into the hot tub. Pete Davidson removes his shirt and hangs it on the railing. Your turn. I should ask Pete Davidson to help. You know, I've got all these layers. And we could be here all night if I don't have a little help removing them. Yeah, I've got so many layers. I've got the dress. So many layers. I would be a terrible gentleman if I didn't help a lady in need. Pete Davidson gently helps you out of your outfit, letting it fall to the ground. Wow, that is brisk. Am I gonna have to censor this video now for nudity? Then let's warm up. Pete Davidson holds out his hand. You take it and he leads you into the hot water. Oh, this feels nice. There are a few things better than a hot tub in the snow. Dumbass, I feel I've been waiting for this moment the entire trip. I know what you mean. Pete Davidson, we're finally seeing each other half naked. What am I, a fucking 13-year-old boy? We're finally alone together. Exactly. I feel like I made myself around. Oh my. We've done, you know, you like being around me because I make you feel good about you. Okay. I spent so long building up an image for the rest of the world, but you just let me be Pete Davidson. Yeah, I do. I happen to like Pete Davidson. The screenshot of someone who's a dumbass saying I happen to like Pete Davidson, that's gold. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. You may be the only woman here who truly knows me. That's why I've got to be careful with you. Careful? I would never forgive myself if I hurt you in any way. I know what I'm getting myself into. Besides, sometimes being naughty is more fun. What am I, a fucking 13-year-old boy? You're a scandal waiting to happen. Yet you're not afraid. I probably should be. And yet, something about you makes me as fearless as you are. Pete Davidson leans closer to you. Maybe that's why I'm drawn to you. Oh! I should straddle him. You move on top of Pete Davidson, trapping him between your legs. You seem to have put me in a compromising position. I warned you. Pete Davidson strokes the side of your face with his hand, staring intently into your eyes. What is it? I was just thinking. What does love mean to you, dumbass? Love is building a happy life together. It's a very sweet picture of love. What about you? I don't know that I've ever thought about it in the past. I certainly wasn't raised to have any expectation of romance in my life. It was only when I saw my brother fall completely in love that I realized how important, how life-changing love can be. What are you saying? Cue the song. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure it? What about love? Oh! Come on! Oh, dumbass, I shouldn't be saying anything to you, not right now. Part of me is furious with myself that I'm not treating everyone fairly like a good prince should. You don't have to treat everyone who wants to date you the same if you want to date one of those people. I know you're a prince, but come on. But the other part of me wants to damn all these princely responsibilities and throw myself into you. Pete Davidson, I could throw myself into you. I could peg you. I know, and I probably wouldn't resist long, but I don't want to do something you might come to regret, even if you don't feel that way right now. In this moment, let's just enjoy this little time together while it lasts. Pete Davidson wraps his arm around you. You rest your head into his shoulder. I'll treasure all of our moments together, dumbass. Me too. The two of you watch the moonlight over the mountains. It's getting late. Oh yeah, we should head in. But I enjoyed it while it lasted. Me too. I'll see you soon? You know I can only stay away from you for so long. You spent the night in the hot tub with the prince. You're making your way through the chateau's foyer when something catches your attention. Oh, I can do another one? Oh, I can do another one. Is this where all my YouTube ad revenue is going to go? Is just into me playing choices? Because so far I have spent more money playing choices than I have earned from YouTube. So, not exactly turning a profit. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm pretty tired now. A few days later, you and Max will go outside with your luggage to find everyone gathered. Looks like everyone's just about ready. I can't believe it's time to go. I'm ready to go back somewhere a little warmer. There you are, dumbass. Are you excited for the Royal Regatta tomorrow? The Royal Regatta? That's the ceremonial boat race. Your next big event. You've been to a regatta before, right? What will happen at the regatta? Find out in the next chapter. Pete Davidson is a little tease. But you know, I respect the man who sets boundaries and sticks to them. I can't I can't fault him for that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and you wouldn't mind leaving a like or subscribing, I would really appreciate that too. If you want to go back and watch the other episodes of me playing through choices, there's a playlist. I'll put a little card here right now. You can follow along to see the full story of me trying to seduce the Prince of Cordonia, the King of Staten Island, Pete Davidson. Again, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.